All right, so did one of these in the morning, but now I'm gonna do one in the evening. And I was gonna decide to edit a video, but then I'm going, you know what? I'm just gonna make it live, and we'll go from there. So there's some FUD going on right now about the whole Mt. Gox refund that is freaking everybody out. Because here, let's just look at it. Coin market cap. So I can give you guys an idea of... Nope, got it. So Bitcoin market cap, damn, it's really only 400 billion right now. Wow. Bitcoin's only $400 billion. Dang, when it was close to 70,000, it was a trillion, a little over a trillion. I'd have to use the Wayback Machine to actually look it up to make, but I think it was close to a trillion. And anyway, so my point on getting that is, hey, the rumors for Mt. Gox was they were releasing 140,000 coins, which is about $2.8 billion September 15th. It wasn't all going to get released at once. Okay, so $2.8 billion, 140,000 Bitcoin weren't going to just magically be returned to these addresses, because there was actually more like $16 billion that people lost during the Mt. Gox fiasco, because they lost 850,000 Bitcoin. So they're only giving back what they found that were locked up, which is around that 140. But $2.8 billion really isn't enough to move the market. And that's what I was trying to get this at, is we've got $400 billion. 2.8 is not going to move a damn thing. So even if they were to release everything, it wasn't going to tank Bitcoin to the low lows that everyone thinks that we would probably see. You know, we would not be seeing new 17,000. Like, I'm almost having conviction that we've seen the bottom, right? Because of the inflation numbers and everything. Our government, especially with politics, they're trying to do whatever they freaking can to make sure that things don't get worse right now. Yeah, there's a good chance that they are going to get worse, but keep in mind, we have already been in a bear market for a little over a year now, okay? And bear markets last 1.5 to, worst case scenario, max like 3 is usually how the cycle goes. And right around that time, it would be even after the halving for Bitcoin. So I think we're going to be stuck in a large range for a long period of time. And, you know, that range, let me just go to the weekly chart. This range could literally just be here for a while. That's sort of what I predict, unless something crazy happens. Because honestly, the big thing that could potentially happen is the merge for Ethereum. The merge for Ethereum could pump us up over the 200-day moving average and kind of be a catalyst for the next halfway bull cycle. You know, I like to call it like a bear bull cycle, because truthfully, I don't think we're going to be out of the woods until the next halving. But what am I trying to look for? This red line right here. This red line is just kind of the thing that we're sticking in the sand, right? You know, and that guy's at 30,000 on the daily on Bitcoin. Okay, we need to get above 30,000. Plain and simple. Pretty simple, right? But everyone is freaking out about this Mt. Gox thing, saying that, hey, it's the whole repayment system is not live yet. Go and block all for spreading the misinformation. You know, a bunch of people are thinking it was going to get released September 15th. And what's also coincides is the Ethereum merge, because the Ethereum merge is dated for September 6th. But it's also the final stages of Paris are happening between September 10th and the 20th. So I think, honestly, I think this is all pretty good news for everyone. And truthfully, of this $2.8 billion of, I would say, the Bitcoin that is getting repurposed back to their original owners, they the average price of it is about $500. So would they sell? Yeah, I'm sure they would sell a portion of it, because who wouldn't? You know, you have 500 and now it's at 20,000, right? What is that? You know, a 10x. Is that a 20x? I'm thinking that might be a 20x. Somebody in the chat will have to do my math on that. But yeah, you know, a nice 200%, 2,000% increase, you'd have to take a little bit of profit. But I think people have seen Bitcoin go up to 70,000, so therefore they wouldn't want to sell all of it. But again, I don't think that money would make it to where it tanks the market, because it's just not enough. I know I'm saying this, you know, verbatim overly again, but $400 billion, 2.8 released to the market. We're not even talking about 1%. So that's not going to do it. We need something more of like 30 billion, you know, at least something that's 1 or 2% to really make a move to push things much lower than what they are. And, you know, if you watched my live stream this morning, I was telling everybody that, guys, this magical $20,000 line, I had a feeling that we were going to go back above it. And we are staying right back above it. Again, I guess you have to be a little cautious that, hey, the more times you touch it, the more times it becomes not as strong. So by that logic, you could say that, hey, the $20,000 support mark is not really holding up that well. But every time it breaks below, it kind of turns into resistance. So I guess you could look at it that way if you want to think that, hey, this is kind of resistance. But I really, really think that what is happening in September with the Ethereum merge, if it goes smoothly, I think we're going to see a fairly decent pump. I don't think we're going to see a pump all the way up to the $20,000 mark, but I think we will definitely see a bump back up to this green line, the $2,000 mark, you know, because this is on the daily. You know, earlier before, I was seeing some sort of I was almost seeing a ascending triangle, but, you know, it's not really there right now. We're more of like this is more of a, potentially you could say bear flag, I guess, since this guy's kind of breaking through, you know, but this is on the daily here, which wouldn't be the most, you know, again, that is a bearish sign we're looking through. But again, stochastics are real low. We've got a lot of volume holding it in place here, right? We are above the 9-day, which is kind of a buy signal for, you know, entering a trade as long as we can close. This is at the end of the day. We got an hour left. And if we can hold this, right, this is a hammer candle, which is a very bullish candle. And I guess if I'm to zoom in, right, if this was going to be my trigger chart and I wanted to really, really, really zoom way in, like, okay, let me zoom in on the 1 hour, right? Okay, so we've broken a higher low here, which is good, right? We would just need to break, again, that $1,600, $1,650 mark, right? So like I said this morning, we're just got to be patient, because this is staying in this little range. If we break this range, boom, we're off to the races. I personally think that we're going to break to the upside, but who knows? Stefan, hey, what's up, man? And I like the dab there. The dab is good. So I know everyone is getting super impatient about this stuff, but you got to be patient. And again, just to reiterate, man, that Ethereum merge, I feel, is really going to be a catalyst to having something happen. I mean, gosh, when we look at the stock market, I don't think we're going to see a new 52-week low in. Okay, where is this? Sorry, I got to zoom. Oh, I'm on the 1 hour chart. That's why. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to revisit the $3,600. I really don't. Man, look at how bullish yesterday's candle was for the S&P 500. Okay, this is starting. I'm feeling like this is a bottom for there too. We are below. I mean, it closed, right? It closed underneath 4,000, but I have a feeling it's gonna pop up above the 4,000. That's like a nice psychological level, just like 20,000 is for Bitcoin. Man, I feel like now is a good time that I might start opening up some options in some stuff. And what was I looking at? Because I know I haven't looked at stocks in a while. Let's get, how is old AMD doing? Man, $82. Jeez. AMD. Yeah, I don't see anything on that guy yet. I have a feeling this will probably open higher. Earnings are not until October. Snap. AMC. What's AMC trading at? Oh, it's back to $8. Oh gosh, the meme people are keeping this guy alive with movies. Jeez. All right, I wouldn't be shorting that or anything. How's good old Tesla doing? Tesla. Okay. It's kind of finding support on the 50-day, but you shouldn't be using moving averages to find support to begin with. But no, this is moving into an uptrend for sure, right? I would say not break it here. I would say that this is almost a good cradle trade where you could almost open up and have your stop down below the $250 mark and right in here, because it's probably going to catch here, right? Because of we've got this, high or low right here, at least in this kind of a box, right? If I'm just looking at this box trading wise, this is looking like a double top, boom. You could almost say triple top, but double top, and it broke down, but it's probably going to bounce back up off of this. I would say that might be a good indication to enter along with here. And we've got the cross here. This is like that golden circle that you get. Man, okay. A Tesla option might be pretty good for at least maybe a 2-month one. I'm gonna have to look at that. Okay, but I'm not talking about stocks. I'm talking about crypto, right? Crypto, and really, there's not much to say besides that. Okay, let me back up a bit. When it comes to, there's that saying that, all tides raise all ships. If, let's say, the stock market is pumping, of course, Bitcoin and crypto is going to pump because it is damn near following that. Yeah, there's a $1 trillion-ish in crypto right now. I think we are under $1 trillion. Yeah, we are just barely under $1 trillion. Okay, but still, it would pump. The stock market is $22 trillion. So this guy, is not even 5% of it, about 5%-ish of what that market would be. All right, on the hourly, it's looking like we're here because 1,600 has been that resistance. All right, again, all right, cool. I've made my peace when it comes to the Mount Gox thing. Mount Gox is, if they release any of those coins, it's going to happen in a short period of time. So you don't really have to worry too much about it tanking the market. If it does, it's just a bunch of FUD and people are going to use that. The Ethereum merge is really going to be the catalyst to potentially pump up this market. And what we need to look for on Ethereum, I keep running this home to people, okay, is the 1650 for the upside, 1400 for the downside, and Bitcoin. The levels are fairly simple. Is if we can't hold the 20,000, it better hold the 19,000, because if it doesn't, that is incredibly bearish. All right, but if we break above 20,600-ish, boom, and use that as support, we're now back into a much bigger range that we could stay here potentially up to that $28,000, $30,000 range, because there's some big gaps in between here when it comes to volume. Okay, look at these big gaps. They're huge gaps, and where money is just going to pump through them. Right here, we've seen all the major support and resistance is right in here. That's why I'm saying if we break below that 19,000, there's really nothing much to catch us here until we get way lower, right? So here, boom, get above that. We got a small little pump to the 25,000, probably stay in this range for a while, and then pump back up to getting above that 200-day. This is definitely going to be till the end of the year. I'm talking December-ish, right? To see all this stuff play out. It's not going to happen quickly, but that's my plan. That's what I'm looking for. I'm waiting on the sidelines for this to happen, and I'm just itching to get into a trade here, right? And if you guys want to trade, you could use my Bybit link down in the description. You can have up to $4,000 free dollars to help you, and you get a $30 bonus just up front that you could trade as if it was $3,000 on one of these moves. But just keep in mind, leverage trading is incredibly dangerous. I like to stay anywhere between literally 2 and 10% is kind of my go-to. There's times when I will go up to maybe 30, but I have incredibly tight stops for that in order, because my philosophy is you always have to enter knowing your risk, having a stop loss, right? And then you have to be able to know where your take profit is, and then actually do it. And if you're getting close and you see something just completely crash like this, you need to learn how to cut your losses as well. But I appreciate you guys. It is after 5 p.m. I hope you guys have a safe trip home or wherever you're at. If you're working from home like myself, that's great, cool, but I'll be back with you guys probably tomorrow, and I'll have some more educational stuff. I am going to do a video on some of the top altcoins here in just a bit, which is stuff that I'm currently investing in and what I am dollar cost averaging in. But till next time, guys, this is Johnny Crypto. I'm here to help you guys.